When she was a young girl, Mulan's father noticed that she was overflowing with warrior energy. However, when her shenanigans caused much havoc in her local village, he asked her to suppress it as best she could in order to keep honor in the family. However, all that changes when a group of Roran warriors, led by Bori Khan, began attacking settlements along the Silk Road. Khan has enlisted the aid of Zhenlong, a powerful witch that seems to have aided him very greatly in battle. To that end, the Chinese emperor issues a forced conscription order which requires all eligible men to register for military service. However, with no male members of her family, Mulan's father must instead go in their place. He's too old for battle, though, and he won't make it back home. With no other choice, Mulan steals her father's weapons and battle armor alongside a conscription order, and thus assumes the identity of Hua Jun to fight in his place. Better late than never, this is Mulan. Okay, so sorry about that rush bit there, but okay, look, it's been a year. Yeah, like I said, technically, if you were to go to when I was unable to go to the movie theaters, the next movie on plate was A Quiet Place Part 2, but that's coming on Paramount Plus, and I don't have Paramount Plus, so the next movie after that was Mulan, and that's been available for a while now. It's no longer on the premium tier for Disney, so I figured that makes this a pretty fair game at this point. I hope you don't mind. I'm probably going to get a bit more into plot details in this. Again, it's been a year or so. There might be a bit more it might be a bit more spoilery than usual. So yeah, basically, I mean, the plot is not different. I mean, obviously there's no musical numbers. I would say they also kind of de-emphasize a lot of the love story. There's not a lot of the weird quasi-homosexual subtext that there was in the animated movie. And there was a lot of that in the animated movie. Obviously there's no talking animals. Instead of a spirit dragon, it's a spirit phoenix that does show up a couple of times. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it actually does a unique perspective in the sense that it's the legend of Hua Mulan being told by her father, basically. You know, he narrates a lot of the points in the beginning, and then you see the whole story. And then he narrates again at the end. So yeah, there's some interesting points of that. I had heard very mixed reviews on this. I know some people really, really liked it. I know other people that really, really didn't. I would say I'm kind of right in the middle. And that's probably not the best way to describe it. But, you know, there's not really a lot of... There's a little bit of humor, but there's not really a lot of it. There's, like I said, some unique aspects, like... there's a point where because the camp there's no like bed limits or anything. There's no beds actually. Everyone's kind of sleeping basically 3 to a bed. Yeah, Mulan, when she sleeps, she actually has to like put her arms up in this position to basically keep any wandering hands from discovering her secret. She's constantly volunteering for guard duty and rainstorms to supplement the idea that she's not showering, so she can and kind of from that, and then you know, as she on occasion will unleash her ki, her warrior energy. You know, they notice that, and that actually is one of the rare references. The General Tung, sorry, General Tung notices that, and he says, "No, you don't run from that. Embrace it. You know, be tranquil as a forest with a fire within." So there's actually a Mulan musical reference in there too. So you know, there's some bits like that. I do have some problems that the supporting cast is really underdeveloped. There's the one jerky guy, and then there's the one jerky guy who's kind of a love interest, and then there's the other two, and that's just kind of it. You know, and then there are interesting characters. Bori Khan's pretty good in terms of just being an evil jerk, played by Jason Scott Lee, but Zhenlong, the witch, who sort of is doing this because she wants basically to just be accepted amongst the populace. You know, if at least a new emperor could require that and she wouldn't be exiled anymore. And you kind of get, you know, it is a sort of deep character because along the way, you know, when she first encounters Mulan, she realizes, hey, that's not a man. And actually points out that Mulan can't actually tap into the full power of her chi because, you know, because she's throwing up this cloud of deception all the time, and that she needs to embrace who she is. And you'd think this is sort of leading to the idea that maybe she's plotting to overthrow and take Khan and take over everything herself, but it really doesn't, unfortunately. I think that's where it sort of falls short. There is kind of a face turn towards the end with that character, but that's just about all I'm really going to say on that. Like, I do wish there was maybe a little bit more to it than that, but overall, I'd say the fight scenes were pretty good. The story itself is pretty solid. I mean, again, because they took out a lot of this stuff from the animated one, I think they managed to do a pretty decent job of supplementing that. You know, if I had any other real complaints, is that, again, it's a little too long. I'm not joking. Like, the big climactic battle with Khan comes with, ends with about 25 minutes left to go in the movie. And there's just kind of a, okay, the movie's kind of over at this point. She's offered the position in the government. And then, she turns it down, says, I want to go back to my family. And he's like, okay. And then she goes back to her family, and literally like 5 seconds after she's arrived, the Royal Guard are back and are like, are you sure you don't want another job? And that's how it ends. And it's like, okay, that got a little uneven towards the end. Still, this is pretty decent. I don't think it's an entirely terrible movie. I don't think it's a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still pretty solid. I'm going to be giving Mulan 2020 a C. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more movies I missed at any point, but at least, hey, this was a nice little bonus review to do. So yeah, like I said, it's not terrible, but it's not spectacular either. C, average.
Okay, when I say McDonald's Chicken McNuggets...
I know, I hit the gong!
In honor of Disney's new movie, Mulan, the epic adventure about this cool girl who saves China, McDonald's is offering tender, crispy Chicken McNuggets and a new Szechwan sauce for a taste of the East. Starting Tuesday, get 6 pieces for 99 cents, or 20 pieces for $3.29. And please hurry, or Gong Boy over here may never stop.
Somebody say McDonald's!
Well, I finally got to use that Szechwan sauce commercial. Okay, so, the next video is going to be on, I guess I'll say the beginning of Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't know if they're going to do 2 episodes at the beginning or not. It might just be 1 episode, it could be 2. I don't know yet. And then after that, it'll be the beginning of Mighty Ducks Game Changers. At least that's for the movie reviews. And then in between that, we're going to have the random trade review on the Star Trek Archives, The Best of Peter David, Volume 1. Or the Star Trek thing. See you all next time. Hey guys, remember, you can help support my channel at patreon.com/SleepyTimeForCat Productions, where you can help request a movie, even if it's something like, say, Sonic the Hedgehog or the next Purge film. I'll review it.